أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى والصابئين من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. It's a very important ayah, and inshallah we'll see that if we get some time, inshallah we can discuss some of the benefits from this ayah as well. So inna, now this inna is telling you that it is inna sentence, basically inna and the sisters of inna. What it means, that it will require an ism and it will require a khabar, and the ism of inna family is always in nasab status, and khabar is normal in rafa status. Okay, so this inna, you will say that inna, you can use three words. You can say it's harf tawqid, it's a word of emphasis, or you can say it's harf mushabbah bil fail, or you can say that inna is a harf nasab because it makes the next ism into nasab status. So inna, this is about inna. Then you need immediately, remember this point, there will be no gap. Immediately after inna, you will definitely get ism of inna. Now ism of inna is sometime in the form of a attached pronoun. So but we don't see any pronoun attached with inna. Now it will be a clear ism. Let's see what we got here. Allazina, you see allazina ism mausul. So this ism mausul is going to play the role of ism of inna, right? But we know that ism mausul necessarily has a sila, and mausul sila together we put them in one bucket. Okay, now allazina ism mausul, amanu, amanu is the sila, and this sila is actually a fail madi, number 3 in the madi chart. Amana, amana, and then amanu. Okay, so allazina is a mausul, amanu is a fail madi, number 3 in the madi chart. It is the sila. So mausul and sila together will be in the bucket of ism of inna. However, let me mention one point. It's a technical point. Please pay attention. In a technical terminology, we don't say that allazina and amanu together, they are in the nasab status. We don't say like that. What we say in the technical language, allazina is ism mausul, and because this ism mausul is playing the role of ism of inna, and we know that ism of inna is always in nasab status, so we'll say that allazina ism mausul fi mahalli nasab ism of inna. So in a technical, from a technical point of view, from purely technical point of view, allazina is the ism of inna. Okay, and about the sila, please pay attention. About the sila, when you consult the books of Arab about the sila part, they say that amanu sila la mahalla laha min al i'rab, that there is no place for the i'rab of amanu. Why? Because amanu or whatever would be here after ism mausul, that is going to play the role of sila, and sila does not have its own i'rab. Sila just goes with the ism mausul. Now, from a practical point of view, we know that mausul and sila, we put them together in whichever bucket we put them, right? And what will be that bucket? That bucket is also the bucket which is decided by the ism mausul. Okay, but you need to remember that from purely technical point of view, allazina is the ism of inna, and allazina will be fi mahalli nasab, right? And amanu will be called sila for allazina, and regarding the status of amanu, we'll simply say la mahalla laha min al i'rab, that there is no i'rab for amanu. Why? Because amanu is just tied with the sila. Now Allazina and amanu together, we put them in the bucket of ism of inna. Now, this wow is actually harf ataf between this part, allazina amanu part, and the coming part. Okay, so again, allazina ism mausul, hadu sila. But this wow, please pay attention. This wow is just only joining this hadu and this an-nasara. So this hadu and an-nasara, they are connected, and this as-sabiina is also connected. Basically, this an-nasara and as-sabiina, both of them are connected with hadu. Okay, now this whole thing together, hadu, one nasara, was sabiina, will be tied together as the sila for what? For this allazina. So this allazina and the sila of this allazina together will, through this vow, is joined with this one, which means, please pay attention, allazina amanu will be called ma'atufun alay, right? Wow will be called atifa, and allazina hadu wan nasara was sabiina will be called ma'atuf. So ma'atuf and ma'atufun alay together is the ism of inna. So basically from here all the way till here, what did you get? Inna, and then ism of inna, which start from allazina and end at as-sabiina. Let's translate this first bit. Inna, indeed, allazina, those who, amanu, believe, and those who are hadu, they are Jews, one nasara, and Christians, wasabiina, and Magians. I forgot this, the use of English term for them, but sabiin are basically, some people call them that, that they are sabiina were the people, they did not believe in any religion. However, they believe in monotheism. Remember this point. They did not believe in any religion. This is one opinion. There are other opinion as well about the sabiina. Okay, now, indeed, those who are, indeed those who believe, and those who are Jews, Christians, and Sabi'in, right? We got inna and ism of inna so far. Let's move on. Man amana billahi wal yawmil akhiri wa amila saliha. Now please pay attention. I have mentioned last time that this man, please listen very carefully. There are three main frequent possibilities of man. Number one, that this man could be for interrogation, man of istifham. But that will be if you ask a question, which is not the case here. Or this man can be ism mausul. Okay. And lastly, this man can be man of conditional sentence, which means that man is starting a conditional sentence, and this man is going to play the role of particle of condition or adatu shart. Now, please listen. I mentioned last time as well, when man is translated like that, man, that who does this will happen. When you have this thing and its consequences, this is a sign that this man is actually man of condition. Because in condition, we say that if X is there, then Y happens, right? So we'll say that this man is man shartiya, man of condition. And obviously, now you need two parts, shart and jawabu shart. Let's see what we got here. Amana, fail madi, number one in the madi chart. It has built-in file that is huwa. So amana fail madi, it has file huwa. Billahi, bajar Allahi, lafzul jalala. That is how they mention in the books of Arab. Whenever the word Allah comes, what did they say? They say lafzul jalala. So you say that bajar lafzul jalala majroor, jar majroor, mutaalliq bil amana. Okay. Wow. This wow is connecting this billahi and al yawmil akhiri. Right? As you can see, al yawmi is also in jar status. Why? Because this wow is telling you that because when wow joins to ism, please pay attention, when wow joins as ataf to isms, the status of ism before wow will decide the status of ism after wow, right? So because the status of ism before wow is jar, Allahi jar. So al yawmi has to be in jar, and that's why it is in jar. Al yawmi al akhiri, mausuf and sifa, right? So ba is jar, please pay attention. That's how you're gonna join them. Ba is jar, Allahi ma'tufun alay, al yawmil akhiri ma'tuf, ma'tufun alay and ma'tuf together in the bucket of majroor, which means that from ba till al akhiri the whole thing is jar majroor fragment muta'alliq bil mana, right? Now wow, this wow is connector, it is ataf for who, for this part and this part. Okay, so wow and amila. Once again, amila fil madi, it has file huwa salihan. You can clearly see ism in nasab status. It will play the role of maf'ul for who, for amila. So amila, fail, file and maf'ul. This became one sentence, amila salihan. This one sentence, amila salihan, please listen carefully. And this sentence, amana billahi wal yawmil akhir. This amana billahi wal yawmil akhir and amila salihan. These are two parts connected through this wow, which means that this first part, amana billahi wal yawmil akhiri, will be called ma'tufun alay, wow atifa, and amila salihan matu. So this sentence and this sentence, they are in the bucket of shart. Why? Because man is adatu shart, from amana till salihan is the shart part, and in the shart part you got these two sentences joined through wow. So you got adatu shart, you got your shart part. Now you need jawabu shart part. Fa, you see this fa, because we know that many a times before jawabu shart part starts, you get this fa, and this fa is called fa of rabita. It is a connector between the shart and the jawabu shart. So fa is the rabit, and lahum jar majroor, ajru and hum. Please pay attention. Ajru and hum. You can see ajru and hum. These are two words joined together. Ajru and hum. Ajru, reward, is in rafa status, which means that ajru is actually going to become mubtada. Okay, and in the mubtada, it is ajruhum together as mudaf and mudaf ilay, because this we have learned numerous times. It is a fixed principle. Whenever ism and pronoun are joined together, it is always mudaf mudaf ilay. So ajruhum is mudaf mudaf ilay mubtada. Okay, in the, you see this in the, okay, in the, we know that in the is from those which are going to be harf jar. Okay, rabbihim, rabbihim, rabbi and him mudaf mudaf ilay, but rabbihim will play the role of majroor, and in the and rabbihim together will become jar and majroor. Now this ajruhum mubtada, in the rabbihim and lahum, both of them are actually muta'alliq, right? But because khabar is missing, so they will play the role of khabar. Okay, now lahum, for them. Let's translate the first part. Man amana, whoever believes, billahi, in Allah, wal yawmil akhiri, and in the last day, wa amila salihan, and he does salihan, righteous deed. Falahum, for them, lahum, for them, ajruhum, their reward, in the Rabbihim. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. I just noticed now. In the Rabbihim are actually mudaf and mudaf ilay. In the is a special mudaf, and Rabbihim will become the Rabbihim itself is a mudaf ilay, but Rabbihim will become in the bucket of mudaf ilay. For in the, I think by mistake I mentioned this one as jar. I take that back. So whoever believes in Allah and the last day, and he does righteous deed, falahum, for them, ajruhum, their reward, in the Rabbihim, with their master. And wow, and which means that this lahum ajruhum in the Rabbihim is one complete sentence in the Jawabu Shart bucket, and this sentence is a Jumla Ismiya, in which lahum is muta'alliq, in the Rabbihim is muta'alliq, and ajruhum is mubtada. And because there is no khabar, so we have given that label of khabar as to lahum, and in the Rabbihim we give them the status or the role of khabar. This wow is connector between this sentence and this sentence. Okay, now la khawfun. First of all, you notice that after la, please listen carefully, after la, if this ism khawfun, if it was in nasab status and it was without tanween, then it will become la of categorical denial, right? But as you can see, that is not the case here. So it is simple law of negation, not law of categorical denial. So actual sentence was khawfun alayhim. Khawfun mubtada, alayhim jar majroor as the khabar. Okay, and because of this law, this jumla has gone into negation. And this wow is connector between khawfun alayhim and hum yahzanun, right? So this hum mubtada, yahzanuna is a jumla failure, but this jumla failure is the khabar. For who? For this whom. Okay, so please pay attention now. We already said that this is one sentence. Lahum ajrum in the Rabbihim was one sentence, and this wow is connector, right? Now this la khawfun alayhim and lahum yahzanun, these two parts are connected. First of all, they are connected together. Which two parts? La khawfun alayhim and lahum yahzanun. First of all, they are connected together through this wow, right? And then this connection is connected to this sentence through this wow. So all together, you actually got Jawabu Shart. And in the Jawabu Shart bucket, there are two sentences. One is lahum ajruhum in the Rabbihim, and other one is la khawfun alayhim wa lahum yahzanun. Okay, and these are joined through this wow. Let's translate it. For them is their ajr, their reward, with their master, and there will be no fear upon them, and they will not be grieved. So let's wrap up the whole thing, inshallah, then you can ask any of your questions. This man was adatu shart, from amana to salihan was the shart part. This fa was rabita. From this lahum till yahzanun is the jawabu shart part, which means that from this man all the way till here is jumla shartiya, right? But this jumla shartiya is playing the role of khabar. Khabar for who? For this inna. Why? Because in a bigger scheme of picture, inna, harf nasab, from allazina to as-sabi'in. That was the ism of inna. From man all the way till end is the khabar of inna. And in the khabar part, you got a complete jumla shartiya. Let's translate one more time the whole ayah. Indeed, those who believe and those who are Jews, Christians, and Sabi'in, whoever believes in Allah and last day and does righteous deed, for them is their reward with their master, and there will be no fear upon them, and they will not be grieved. Now, inshallah, you are welcome